There are many people living on the edge of society who face a high risk of HIV infection. Injecting drug users are one of those groups. If these groups aren't helped, the disease spreads to the wider population.
Drug users are a really difficult group to work with. They lead chaotic lives, they're in danger from being moved on by the police. If we can find mechanisms to progressively help them inject safely, then go through rehab, start treatment and access work programs, that's a huge achievement.
Babel was abandoned by his parents as a child. Left on the streets, he started using drugs at only 8 years old. Sahara helped him through detox, age 13. But he relapsed. 5 years later, they found him on the streets taking drugs again. He's now HIV positive. These are the kinds of complex issues that Sahara have to deal with every day.
We are working with the extremely vulnerable group, injecting drug users and their sexual partner.
They are a grassroots organization working in the slums of Delhi.
If you are using, please use it in a safe way. Yeah, that's all I can tell you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't make judgments. We give people options.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
The outreach team provide the drug users with clean needles on the streets. All the workers have been drug users themselves.
He had a few $100, somebody robbed him and stabbed him. Oh God. I was using drugs, I was an injecting drug user for 22 years.
By the time I was in college, I had my first smoke of brown sugar.
I got caught in Indira Gandhi International Airport with 2 kilos of heroin.
And then it was alcohol, then popping pills, smoking marijuana.
I've stayed in jail from 1986 till 1995.
I was basically on the streets and I had no place to resort and no person to depend upon.
I decided from that moment that I don't want to use drugs anymore.
With Sahara's help, both Mustafa and Francis came off drugs and are now experienced directors and counsellors at the project.
I was disowned by my family, but these people in Sahara, they didn't know me, but they hugged me, they embraced me, they took me as a brother.
At the drop-in centre, the oral substitution therapy is provided to help the clients reduce and eventually get rid of their dependency on heroin. The long-term rehabilitation centre helps clients to stay off drugs by controlling their lifestyles and providing a safe haven whilst they're still vulnerable to relapse.
In the funny days, the thought would never end. But in the lonely times, well, I could not find a friend. And I always thought I'd see you.
Gulzar was an injecting drug user. Whilst he went through detox at Sahara, he was found to be HIV positive.
The project is referring him for a 3-month rehabilitation, and at the same time they have registered him in the government-supported ART clinic.
Gulzar's wife knows that he's a drug user, but stigma surrounding HIV is still so strong in India that he's having counselling to build up the courage to tell her he's HIV positive.
Nice to meet you. Just one.
David,
nice to meet you.
The Midway Home helps to find the clients homes in the community while still being supported.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms.
But the whole
7. They stay here, save money,
yes,
and take a room outside and create a space for more brothers to come in.
and get employment here as well. Yeah, while they're working. Yeah.
Finally clean after years of heroin addiction, Iqbal just received his first wages from his new job.
1900 rupees. That's the first money he got.
Fantastic. You look very well.
Kalpana is HIV positive and was helped by Sahara to access treatment and counselling. She's doing well on her antiretroviral medication. She's married Paul, who she met at the centre, and together they've been rehoused by Sahara back into the community.
How are you feeling?
कैसा लग रहा?
Feeling good. And any side effects from the medication at all? Well done. I'm so happy it's working for you. I'm so happy you found each other and you can look after each other. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Babel has now successfully completed his rehab with Sahara and transferred to the Midway home. They found him a job as an office cleaner. He's off drugs and has already saved 3,800 rupees towards his future. 80% of drug users reached by Sahara have enrolled in the program. The Elton John AIDS Foundation is one of the only HIV/AIDS grant makers working with injecting drug users in India